Hello, this is Brian Smith with the Daily Influence, where our mission is to bring you a daily dose of positive influence that can uplift you personally within whatever your specific area of influence might be. And we hope to be here and be an inspiration for you morning, noon, night, on your morning drive, your afternoon lunch breaks, on your way home, or whenever you can fit us into your day to get that daily dose of positive influence. We try to choose topics that come from our book series, the I and Team series, and we've been starting down this path of focus. We came out of the slowdown section where we talk about slowing down to go faster. And then we moved into focus and how deliberate acts of focus and our comfortable focus can help us to actually make less mistakes, make better decisions, and have a more positive influence in whatever area of influence you find yourself. Today, we're going to talk about living in the present, this moment, not in our heads somewhere down the road somewhere else. We've already talked about some of the things that happen to us when we're not living in the present, where our mindset is an hour ahead, a week ahead, days ahead, and we're not paying attention to our immediate area of influence. What's going on right now? The people that we're speaking to, the task that we're doing. I've talked about how not being in the present, how being in my head has resulted in me on my way to work with no pants on, cutting the tip of my finger off, not knowing where to find things in my home, not seeing things right in front of my face. These are all the results of not slowing down, not having focus, and not living in the present, not paying attention to what is going on in that very moment right now. Our lives today make it too easy to be distracted. And living in the present doesn't mean picking up the phone and answering it every time that it rings or that it flashes the screen or that somebody's trying to get a hold of us. When we do that, we are caving to our environmental urgencies and the things that go against us slowing down and staying in the moment. And I'm not talking about having blinders on and having such comfortable focus that we don't know what's going on. I'm talking about knowing our areas of influence right now, what we're doing right now. I'm speaking to you right now. I'm talking about living in the present right now. I don't want somebody to come in from the outside and distract me and have me digress. When we don't live in the present, contextually with whatever it is that we're doing at the moment, that's when our minds can wander and digression can happen. Mistakes can happen. Not wearing your pants and cutting the tip of your finger off can happen. Not getting a full understanding of what someone might be saying to you or what you're reading. I don't know how many of you, like me, have ever sat down to read something and read paragraphs. But while I'm reading those paragraphs, I'm actually trying to, or allowing myself, if you will, to think about something else. And then I got to reread it. And sometimes I got to reread it again because even in my reread, I allowed for distraction. I allowed for something else to happen. That is not living in the present. That's living somewhere else. Maybe it's the past. Maybe it's the future. But it's not right now. And our minds do this to us all the time. We think about what was, what happened, what could we have done, or what will we do? What are we going to do? And it gets in the way of having immediate understanding of our current area of influence, which is the here and now. And that's really what's most important. The best opportunity you have to make the best decision is right now in the present moment. And if you're not present, you lose that opportunity to make that best decision. The opportunity you have in your life to be your best self is right now. Yeah, you can plan for it in the future, but if you plan for it in the future and when you get to that moment in time and you're not in the present moment then and you're somewhere else, are you really being your best moment at that time? So it's really important that you live in the present, that you understand your present area of influence, what's going on around you, and that you prepare yourself to be your best self in this moment right now. I cannot stress enough how living in the present, being here, being now, is the path to your best self. And being your best self is, I think, what we all want for anything that we do, not just for ourselves, but for others. And part of that is this focus on an understanding of living in the present to be our best self, and going slow to go faster, slowing down to go faster. I hope that you have a great weekend. We're going to send you off. We'll be back next week for more episodes of the Daily Influence. We are going to pick up more about focus, and how focus, deliberate acts of focus, comfortable focus, and slowing down can help us to be our best selves and to go faster in our lives and be a better, positive individual influence in whatever area of influence that you are and you find yourself, which, by the way, is really important because you matter. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next week.